Hello LEGO lovers, this is Elle and this is a LEGO Disney parts review. This is a new 2022 set, which is an interesting set to say the least, and it is Aurora, Merida and Tiana's Enchanted Creations, set number 43203, 558 pieces, but it does retail for $70 in the US. So this one I'm not doing by bags or by color. I'm actually doing it by, how do I explain it? Their builds. So each princess has their own build, so that's how I'm going to do the parts for. And if you can't tell right off the bat, this color selection is Aurora's build. The only thing different I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the stickers right away here. So we do have two small sticker sheets. So as you can see, we have a variety of different things here. We have kind of a, how you would say, stained glass kind of sticker here, not too fancy. It does look really nice, but it just feels a little simplified and weird. Here we have a target, which actually goes on a 3x3 round part, which I find interesting, because I was going to say they could actually have just put that 2x2 part in there. And then, of course, we have Merida. I really like this sticker, actually. It looks really nice. Looking at a bear, and we have nice spiraling back there. Just a really cute little sticker there. Then we have a shinier sticker sheet, which we have these, which I believe are pretty much mirrors. We have this, which really isn't that special. Maybe it could be used as a rug. We also have this lock and key, and then we have, I believe these are used for Merida on the shields. Pretty nice little sticker there for that kind of Nexonite shield part. So that's the stickers for the set. Let's get into Aurora's parts here. First up, obviously, the colors. They're for Aurora. I'm going to try to speed up my parts reviews just to make it a little bit more quicker. There's a lot of white plates back here, nothing too special except for this angle here, which is newer and only in like a couple sets, I think. We have the hinge part, which is rare and very useful, 4 of these in white. We have the shell or ice cream part, 2 of those. A couple other kind of common parts here. We do have 2, a left and a right, of this door, which I think is just a nice, interesting part to get. We also have this plate curve, which is fairly uncommon. You can see how it is there. Fairly uncommon part. We got 2 of those at least in this part of the set. We also have this double 2x2 jumper, I'll call it, which I don't know why it exists, but I guess it works for a couple different things. But there's 2 in this set. Newer part, not too common. We also get a couple of these dots kind of pearl parts. I really like these. I think these are great for details and just different things. And there's actually quite a few here. It looks like you get 6 in an extra. There's a brown part and there's a gray part. Meh. And then we have gold. Gold is fairly common for all these parts, except these kind of cylinders with the kind of texture are a little uncommon. And then the crown in gold is a little uncommon. And we have these flourishes in gold, but a lot of these parts are fairly common in gold. Moving along, transparent parts. We get a pile of these cylinders here in that dark pink transparent, and those are actually fairly uncommon. And you get 12 of them in here. Super happy. You probably know why I bought this set, and especially for this part. We also have some of those dots, transparent dark pink. Those are kind of common nowadays. And we have a plethora of your transparent light blue. Nothing really special, except we do have a Nexonite shield in satin light trans blue. Nice to see one of those. Those are only in a few sets. Then we have this blue that I actually like. Not a big fan of blue usually. We have a cake frosting part. First time in this size and color, at least. You can see we got accessory holes around there. And we have that kind of frosting or melting texture. These are fairly uncommon for these angled plates here. Angled plates are just great for doing quick, simple wings and spaceships and planes and stuff, so I love those. We have tiles here. I love having these corner parts for doing the corners of like making your own modulars and stuff, so that you can then use those parts and make it so they can plop on but easily take off. a brush in that color common. We also have those corner type tiles, two of those, which is fairly in the common department. Well, uncommon. I'm saying that wrong. Nice to get those parts. They're uncommon. We have this in pink, which I didn't know existed, but apparently it's been in some other sets. So I don't think it's too common. So nice to get 4 of those right here. This part is, or at least this color is new for this set. I believe this is a 1x2x3, I'll call it. Just basically a tall brick, but does allow you some different, you know, ways you can put it on a part. For example, like this. If that's relevant to you, I'm sure there's different builds and stuff that can use that. I like these parts. They're nice, easy, larger bulk out parts. Speaking of that, we have 5 of these bright pink panels, which again, first time in this set. And another nice kind of bulk out part. Kind of gives you a little more space, but you do have to kind of line it up good. And there's 5 of those right off the bat. Again, a nice kind of bigger part. We also have bracket bricks here. Fantastic. I love pink, so you know I love those. We also have some dark pink plates, which are actually fairly uncommon, along with the bright pink. I think 2x2s are common. Love getting these angles down here. I think that's just fantastic. We also get a bunch of these, which I think only showed up in the Everyone is Awesome set. So just a nice slope here. It does go in that smaller slope and the bigger slope on top of it. I think that exists. But as you can see, we get 8 sets, or 4 sets of those, which equals 8 total. And then we have our dress skirt part. Not going to go over this too much. I made a whole entire video on this weird part. But as you can see, we kind of have this crystal part. It's in that dark pink satin. And then this pops off container. There's no internal connections, but it does sit on studs like so. This does not sit on studs, unfortunately, but there is a stud with hole. And the other side is anti-stud with hole. In the set, they use it as an umbrella by just putting a bar in there, and then the character can hold it. And the main use for that, unfortunately, is as a skirt piece for our character. So, first of all, I have to say Aurora's torso is really great. There's nothing too special about her hair or head. And I'm going to try to take that off so we can look at the torso. And it doesn't seem to want to be separated, but let's look at that torso. So I don't know if we had this torso before. I should have checked before doing this review, but I love the arms in that metallic pink. I wonder if we'll ever get parts in a metallic pink. I'm not sure. I think that's pink and not lavender, but it is beautiful. And then on the front of that, you can see sparkles. You can see like a gold collar, extra collar detail. And on the back, we have a continuation of all that detail. A fantastic Aurora print for her top, in my opinion. However, there's one glaring thing with the parts here. There's no other skirt. This is her only skirt. That'll be a little letdown, but we'll talk about that more in the end. So that's it for Aurora's parts. Let's go on to one of the other nice princesses. Okay, and here we have the parts from Meridia's build. Now, as you can see, we have quite a different color palette, but let's get into it. So right here, you can see we have lots of tan. We have lots of 1x6 bricks in tan. We got some 1x4s, some 1x3, some 1x2x2s, and 1x2x6. I could be wrong. We even have some slopes. Those are kind of nice for trees, and some clip parts. Some highlights are these panels here. Just an interesting, again, kind of bulk out part. I don't know if I've seen those in tan before. And then also in tan, we have these kind of interesting sharp angled corner type pieces. Put 2 of these together, we can kind of see, you know, I think they really use these a lot for castle walls. It's just another kind of big bulk up part, which I think is nice. We have some plates back there. Before I forget, there was a part I missed in Aurora's, and it was this big pink part here. Another nice big part, and yes, I will try to do a review of it and get it out there someday. Also in brown, we have some reddish brown here. Nothing really too exciting, to be honest. We have some nougat. Kind of some interesting things are these clips and these bar parts. Haven't seen those in that color, at least not very often. We also got some green leaves, kind of one of the more common leaf colors. The new kind of little candle flame, which is cool. We have the Nexonite shield in dark blue, which I really like that coloring of. 2 of those in here, pretty neat. And then we have a whole host of dark blue here. We got a lot of plates, these nice angled plates, and I just mixed everything up. Some other plates, 3x3 plate. I don't see those too often, so that's a nice part. Some other tiles here. We also have 4 of these, or 5 of these corner tiles that I was talking about before are nice. Some double cheese slopes, not too special, but just nice and a kind of a different color. And then we have some of that orangish yellow. I like that color better than the basic yellow, but not too much. We have some macaroni parts. We have some more gold parts. Again, not too special. There is one of those window parts. We have a big green plate. Nice big piece. Some smaller plates here. Nothing really special, only one of those, but nicely we have some dark turquoise or that bluish green. We got curves, which are kind of common. We got those from Trolls a lot. We have some 1x2s, we got some 1x1s and a 2x2, but interestingly enough, we get one of these bracket parts in that color. I think that's really neat to get 2 of those. We also have more plates there. So that's the dark turquoise. We also have some regular blue parts, which I don't know if I've seen this 2x4 tile in that blue color very often. We also have a newer piece in white and gray. The lighter gray, the 3x3 round part, as you can see there. I do kind of like that we can use this with a 2x2 in the middle, and you get a very simple, quick kind of table if you want. It's just nice. I'm really happy that we got a 3x3 of that. It's not too common at the moment, but hopefully we'll see it get a lot more common. And of course, since this is Meridia's, we also have her dark blue crystal. I love the dark blue satin. I just love it. We got some of that in the Disney castle. Again, very similar part as the dark pink one, but in the dark blue transparent. And otherwise, it's the exact same part. We also get Merida, kind of. And this is very different than what we have had. You can see we got some nice torso printing. I love it. Love the face print, the eyebrow, the smile, a little cocky there. And we get this hard plastic orange hairpiece, which is just wonderful. I don't know if we've had that mold before in orange. I'm not sure. Feel free to let me know in the comments, but I love it. I don't know, this orange feels slightly too bright for her, but her hair was pretty bright. But we can look at the back here, and as you can see, that print continues from the front, and I just love it. I think it's great. Unfortunately, no skirt piece, but a nice, great upper half for Merida. I'm sure the skirt piece is now going to be insanely priced because this is better than the previous Merida. However, no skirt piece, unfortunately. But we have one more grouping of parts left after this, so let's go check that out. All right, here we are with Tiana's parts for her creation. So as you can see, a lot of green, a couple different shades. That's nice. But let's get into it. First of all, white parts. We have the kind of newer swivel base that works with those things back there. And those aren't that special, but there are 5 of them. And we also have this cracked egg petal, whatever you want to use it for, crown piece. I believe they use it for like a flower. They put a flower inside, and those always look so cool. And we got 4 of those here. And then in green, we have this new part, which you might think, oh, that's not new. But as you can see, we have this kind of squared off curve, not like a complete curve. And the thing is this is not your standard half, plate. It is actually by 10. So this is a pretty big and new part. I actually really like it. And I think it can be great for just lots of stuff. And in green, you definitely get your vegetation type look, grass, etc. And as you can see, we get 2 of them. So this is a very large part. And then even to go with that, we kind of get the video plate in a green here, just kind of those corners that aren't, it's a little bit less rounded as it could be, kind of squared. I don't know how to explain it, but it's still pretty cool to get those in different colors in green. Also in green, we have some 1x6 bricks, a couple plates, we got some tiles, more of these corner tiles, which I really like. Got to have some frogs for this set, have to. We got some more of the macaroni noodle type curves there. And then in the, as I call it, ghoulish green, I think it's bright light green. I could be wrong. Still got to work on my colors, but you get some bricks back here. We get some curved bricks. We also get some of these nice 1x1 by 2 brackets, as I'll call them, bracket bricks. And we have 4 of those. It's just an interest. I love getting weirder colors because it allows you to make kind of different and colorful stuff. We also get some inverted the kind of tiles, but they're rounded off. I've seen them used for eyes and hid inside, but those had prints. And then we also have, of course, a pile of dots pieces, which aren't too special, although getting it in that green is really nice. Then we have some lime tiles here, nothing too special, but we do get the 3 flower piece, which I think is great. And then this green, we have some more tile stuff, not too special in my mind. And in gold, we get tons of these in this set. I'll mention that. Tons of those in this set, or at least quite a bit. But we also here get 4 of this gold ornate fence, which I think is really cool, kind of from elves and stuff like that. Just a really cool part. Nice for detailing, not too rare. We also get gold hearts tiles, which were introduced in Ninjago of all things. And this is not too common in gold. It's just an interesting part. We got bar connection here, and then just basically goes to a 1x2 plate. It's just an interesting part. They use it a lot for hands and, for mechs and stuff, which gives you kind of, you can see that angle there. I think that's a really nice part. So into our other things. So there is this light yellow dots bracelet in here, which is, I haven't found too many uses for dots bracelets, so as a part, it's kind of a meh, but it is a thing that you do get if you want a bracelet. That's kind of a good color I like, but then we get into this blue, which gets a little bit more different. We have these splat pieces back here, kind of the smaller ones. We have some other blue tiles, but here it gets a little more interesting, because here we have this noodle corner, as we'll call it, which I believe doesn't match up with this one too well, as you can kind of see there, but it does match up with this one fairly well, if I remember correctly. Yep. So that's kind of your corner angle, and I'm just happy to see new parts like this. I think in the internal sets, they use this as like a knee, effectively, with ball joints and stuff. So it's just a nice curved part, almost like a boomerang, you could say. And then to add to that, we have not a part that goes on it, but the tile that is a little bit newer. The curve, the middle curve, we could say. Not, again, the one that goes on here perfectly, because that is not the curve for it. But you get the idea. It is just nice. It fits in with these parts right here. It can play with that, and then the other part that goes on the other side is going to be like that. So I think that's just kind of neat. Just 2 of them, only in blue, not a whole big exciting deal, but it's still nice to get some of them. We also got some transparent plates, not too exciting. Some more dots type parts here. Again, not very exciting because they're fairly common. More exciting are these prints down here. So first of all, this one's very interesting. This is a flower on a 1x1 transparent light blue tile. And as you can see, we have a very nice print on there for such a small part. It's a little weird having it flat, but since it's on transparent light blue, kind of looks like it's in water, but still kind of weird that it's flat, but still a really nice print. Kind of mixed on it, kind of really like it. Yeah, mixed. We'll go with that. And then here we have this frog print with a kissing face. Really cute. There's 2 in this set. No extra, or you only get 1 of each, which is kind of unfortunate. And of course we have the other frog. I think this one represents Tiana more likely, but it's a little bit lighter in color, also kissing face, which I think is cute. And like I said, you get 2 of each of those. And then on to our weird part here. This is the crystal dress, umbrella, whatever part. Again, it's the same as the other ones, but kind of in a vibranty green color, which is going to fit with Tiana's color. And here we'll put that together, and you can see she has kind of a nice print for a torso. I don't think her hair is too different. Her face, I think, is slightly different printing. But again, you have that weird dress piece and no regular dress. So, then she doesn't stay up very well like that. You gotta take that bottom part off. So what's my overall consensus on this set's parts? It's a $70 set, which is expensive. And if you look at the basic price per piece, you got 558 pieces, which is not that fantastic. However, this set does have quite a few newer parts, and some of them in higher quantities, and some rather large parts. There are quite a few small parts, so it's kind of mixed on that. The skirts are weird. Maybe those are neat and will have great use. I'm going to be on the fence with the parts-wise in this one. Whereas I think there are a lot of good parts, there are also a lot of one-by-one parts. And this is a $70 set. And I'm going to say, and it's going to be reflected in my review when I get to it, but the fact that we have this over a mini doll skirt or with a mini doll skirt is going to really hurt this set, in my opinion, because in my mind, this set does not have any figures with it. And normally that's okay because I'm kind of into the parts. But since this is a Disney princess set, I feel like this set gets a bit more priced higher, but you don't get any full figures. And I understand this represents a skirt and it's kind of neat. It's different, but everyone's going to buy this and they're going to wish they had a regular skirt. So in thinking with the parts, it's like you're not getting these as a part because it's kind of weird to only have half of them. Now, you can switch it out with the other legs, but it's just not a full figure, so it's kind of like you're getting useless parts in a way. I mean, that's a weird way to put it, but it just bothers me, even just thinking about the parts. So, if this goes on sale, I think this set becomes a better value. The unique parts in here are still pretty nice, but like I said, it feels expensive at $70. If you would have gotten mini doll skirts, I might have been able to say maybe it's just a little expensive, but I feel just in general it is a little expensive. It's neat parts wise, and I won't say that like, oh, it's all useless parts. It's not, but it just feels expensive. So maybe if it goes on sale, it becomes a greater deal. So I guess I am the litmus paper for you and spent my money first, so hopefully you can get it on sale if you want the parts that are in here. But I will do a review of this because I think it's interesting. But yeah, that's pretty much my super long review of the parts of this set. It isn't a small set for $70. You're not a 4+ set, but I just kind of feel like the parts, there's the quantity isn't there, and there's a lot of small parts. There are big parts, but it's not overwhelming, I guess would be a way to put it, how many big parts are in there. So thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you got some information out of it. Hopefully you check out more of my videos, and thanks again. Thanks for watching.